Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan and this is a weekend and I was like, okay, what can I film that is going to help a lot of people out? And that's when I was like, I've done a lot of shorts video about this, but not like a proper long format video where all of the lipsticks are in one video, a concise video of old versus new shades of the same lipsticks. So I have a huge collection of lipsticks and not everything was purchased this year or the previous year. So what I am swatching might not be the exact same thing as what you received now. The batch is different. It's manufactured at a completely different time and maybe the formulation has changed or maybe the shade has changed. So I'm going to be swatching it side by side and showing you like the old versus new shades so that you're aware that the brand has changed it up and it's not me playing with my edits or changing it up with my edits. This was the kind of content that I started I think about a year or two ago because I was like, okay, why are people accusing me so much of changing up lipsticks? And that's when I swatched like the old versus new shades and found out that it's not me, it's the brand indeed, and they've switched up the shades. So in this video, I have some high-end, some affordable lipsticks to show you guys. I don't really have any Nykaa lipsticks because at this point, they have like come with a version 3.0 and I don't really have all of those. Like Nykaa Chai, I had the 1.0, 2.0, but now they're at 3.0. Maybe they're even like switched up that shade as well. So I can't meet the ever-changing demands of people. Like if brands are going to just keep changing it ever so often, I can't keep up with that. So I just don't really have Nykaa lipsticks, but pretty much most of the other ones. I wanted to get my hands on Maybelline Touch of Spice and Swiss Beauty Mauve Taupe and Rusty Nude, but my Nykaa order is still in transit. I ordered that around 10 days ago and I still haven't received it. So yay, Nykaa. So anyways, let's get started. First up, Swiss Beauty Coffee. It's what I have on my lips right now, Swiss Beauty Coffee, the old one. You will be surprised to see how the Swiss Beauty Coffee looks right now. This is the new shade. Look at the difference between the old versus new one. The old one was such a beautiful, grungy, brown kind of a shade, and the new one is just a orange-ish kind of a shade, and I'm so disappointed with this. And because of that, I've stopped recommending Swiss Beauty Coffee to most people because the shade looks like this. And then we have Mask Girl Power. So this, a lot of people were like, okay, this is also changed, but the last time I swatched it, I didn't find that there's like any difference in this. They're pretty much the same shade, so you can make a call for yourself and see if it's similar or not. Next up, I have Swiss Beauty Bronze, and oh boy, am I disappointed. And this is gonna shock a lot of you guys because this I know is a lot of people's favorite shade. It's a beautiful nude shade. The formulation also is really nice, but now this is what it looks like. What is this pink shade? Like what? We have so many generic pinks like this. It's just no. I think this is what Rusty Nude or Mauve Taupe used to look on my skin tone, and this is not bronze at all. And also the formulation, it's kind of like, you know, waxy. So disappointed. I mean, still a lot of people could probably like this shade, but just look at this. It had the right amount of mauve and brown to it. So disappointed. Also from Swiss Beauty, we have Spice Nude, which used to be one of my favorite nude shades. And I have swatched this in a shorts video as well and mentioned that the shade is completely different now. This is what the new shade Spice Nude looks like. It's just a pale nude shade. The OG Spice Nude used to be my go-to nude shade, especially if I had like a full face of makeup on, like very intense eye makeup and all of that. It was so neutral, it was so well balanced. I absolutely loved it, but no, not anymore. And then I have Maybelline Nude Nuance, which also used to be my go-to nude shade, which I'm like saving up every last bit of this lipstick for future purposes. You can see how the new shade is not as greige as the previous one, not as cool tone, which could be a plus for a lot of people, especially if you don't really like that greige undertone. You know, it's washing you out, it makes you look dead. So the newer shade could be much better for a lot of different skin tones. So I understand this change actually. Next one that I got a lot of requests to swatch was Loveearth Irish Coffee, which I did get my hands on, and I can see it's pretty much the exact same shades. What is the problem? I was expecting a huge, you know, drastic change in the shade, but to me seems like exactly the same shade. In fact, the newer formulation is a lot more quick drying and a lot more comfortable on the lips. Like the older one is taking forever to dry down on my lips. So I would recommend the newer a batch of Loveearth Irish coffee to anyone. Next up, I have the Insight liquid lipstick in the shade Joyful, but from what I can see, the older one and the newer one to me looks exactly the same. I'm not sure which batch of Joyful you had. Probably that looked really nice because I didn't get my hands on that. I just have this warm brown kind of a shade, almost orange looking brown kind of a shade. One thing I can notice is that the newer batch of Inside Joyful takes forever to dry down. It's a little bit too runny, a little bit too watery. This is Colorbar Hot Latte, and I feel like the older shade was a little bit more mauve, very pale looking. I didn't really like the old shade on my skin tone, and I never got the hype about that shade. But the newer shade, however, I absolutely love. It has the right brown tones to it. It's a beautiful subtle brown tone nude shade for my skin tone, which I absolutely love. And next we have MAC Twig versus Twig Twist, and honestly I like the shade Twig so much better because Twig Twist is a lilac mess. Next up we have MAC Whirl. Okay, so this is the old MAC Whirl. This is the Maximal Matte MAC Whirl, and honestly I feel like the newer MAC Whirl is so much more wearable. Like if you look at it, they look exactly the same, but the newer Whirl, if you look closely, has a little bit more pink to it and it's not as greyish, so it just makes it so much more wearable, and I like the new Whirl. Next up I have MAC Mocha versus Cafe Mocha, and they are exactly the same shades, just that a new Cafe Mocha is not as pigmented as the old one. You have to apply it a couple of times and build it to this pigmentation. That's pretty much it, and I'm going to be doing another video of swatching my entire MAC lipstick collection, like lipsticks, liquid lipsticks. I have a bunch of newer lipsticks as well, so let me know if you're interested in that. And because I feel like over time, after trying a lot of lipsticks, I find myself loving MAC lipsticks and going and reaching for them so much more, going back to those lipsticks. So let me know if you're interested in that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That completes this video. Let me know if you are interested in me swatching some other shades side by side, but I can't promise to get my hands on everything that's recommended to me. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.